Alright, what's up, guys? So in this video, I'll be going over audience retention. So that essentially is just how long the viewers actually stay watching your video. So of course, you want to have the viewer watching your video as long as possible. So YouTube actually says this. They really value if you can keep the viewer on the platform and watching your video for as long, like to the end, basically. So for like obviously you're not gonna have every single viewer watch till the end, but you want to keep the average viewer as long retained on your video as possible. So YouTube can give them more ads. It's like you just keep the viewer on the platform more. So the so really, yeah, again, it depends per niche and per topic, but ideally you want to have it at least above 40%. So you want to have above 40% retention. If it's a longer video, like 11 to 12 minutes, you can probably get away with like 30 to 40%. But again, it depends on what other videos and what their metrics are. So you can't really tell what their metrics are. So you just have to aim for as high as possible so you get ranked above theirs. So even if you don't get ranked above theirs, like don't get me wrong, you can still get lots of views. But if you want to get the most views and most money as possible with YouTube just suggesting your content, then you want to make sure that this metric is as high as possible. So again, click through rate once they're in the door, they click on your video, then you actually want to have a good quality video so you deliver on your click through, basically your video. So you want to have, yeah, above, I would say, yeah, for longer video, for like a 12-minute video, 30 to 40% is okay, just because you're keeping them for like 4 minutes, 4+ minutes, so that's a good amount. But ideally, for like a 10-minute video, you want to aim for at least 40%, so that's 4 minutes. So 4 minutes and up, and then now for like an 8-minute video, I would say a bit higher, so 45 to like 55%, if as just as high as possible as you can get. So if you have above 50% actually for like at least a 10-minute video, then that's really good because you're keeping them for 50% on average. If it's a shorter video, which I don't recommend you to actually make, I just recommend start with 8-minute videos from the very start, just because you can add mid-roll ads in the very beginning. So yeah, so even if you do make a shorter video, your percentage has to be higher because it's a shorter video, so you have to keep them on longer. Otherwise, like YouTube will favor the video that keeps the keeps the viewer on the platform longer. So for example, like Mr. Beast, he has 20-minute videos. On average, his viewers probably stay for like 60 to 70%. So that's why his views are getting millions of views, because he keeps his viewers on so long compared to like other channels. So like similar to his. So that's really all it comes down to. And so if your number is a bit low, so for this is okay because let's see how long this video is. So this video is, scroll down real quick. Oh wait, whoops, it's right here. So this video is 11 minutes and 33 seconds. So yeah, 37.9% is actually very good. But again, you can't really make that indication until you have at least like 1,000 views. So really don't even worry too much about the retention, or it's not, or like worry about it, but it's not really a good indicator until you have at least 1,000 views on your video. So that's in my opinion. And yeah, so but if this was 1,000 views, then yeah, 4 minutes and 23 seconds is very good. 37.9%, so that's fine. 30 to 40, it's closer to 40%. Just because the video is a lot longer than 10 minutes. It's 11 minutes and 33 seconds. So you're keeping them on for 4 minutes and 23 seconds, which is a lot more than like a 10-minute video at 40%, which is just 4 minutes. So that's really all it is. And then so to really dive deep into your audience retention, you just click on see more, and then you'll see at what points do they actually drop off. So the dips down are when they drop off. So ideally you want to have a smooth curve. So this is mostly a smooth curve. So that's pretty good, but you can kind of see they drop off a little at the end. So that's usually normal, but you just want to have a huge drop off, like 35 and then like 20%. That means your outro is too long. So, and then also if they allow people to drop off in the intro, that is a bit normal. But if your intro is just too long and it drops off very drastically, then your intro is too long. So that's why I say your intros and outros, keep them short, because it actually hurts your retention. It'll hurt this percentage, and overall it'll hurt like YouTube actually wanting to promote your content. So that's why, yeah, keep the intros and outros short. make sure your editor cuts the pauses out of the voiceovers. So it's the video's quick, lots of cuts, and it's no pauses, no like it doesn't move too slow. So that's one thing that I also noticed. And you can also click on the chart. You can also click this just to check this out. So yeah, they'll tell you like bumps means like they'll literally give you a guide. So like dips mean the viewers are either skipping this parts or they just leave. So sudden drop, if there's a sudden drop that like I said in the intro or outro, then that means it's too long or at any points it's just boring because they leave. So bumps mean it's actually good. So you want to you want to replicate what those bumps like you go check in your video and then yeah, like a gradual, like a flat curve, you want to have it as flat as possible. So as you can see, it stays pretty flat. So that is essentially pretty good. So again, so as far as oh sorry, like the dips. So just see where they're actually dipping, and then go to that part in the video, and then see why they or let's look for a bigger dip. Let's look here. This is a 3% tip. So let's see why they actually left at this point.
Repairman, exterior decorators, handyman, and a lot more can apply to sell their administrations through Amazon.
Okay, so they probably dipped at this point, I'm assuming, just because of the clips, or let's see. The images were a bit too slow, and then it's like a weird background, I guess. So once you kind of notice what's is causing the dip. So as you can see, it's not the best looking. Whoops. It's not the best looking picture, right? So I can probably just tell my editor just to do better pictures. Try to do other stuff like they did in this video, maybe just clips, and then not so much like images, just with like a transparent background. So that's where you can kind of see, and then just look if there's any other big dips and see why they're actually leaving at that point. So that's what you want to look at, and then you can just fix that part for the next video so you can improve your audience retention as much as possible. So right here you can see they're dipping off because let's see why.
Also, the convenient exchange and delivery method make it more feasible. So what are you waiting for? While you are here, go ahead and click.
Okay, so yeah, I probably should have made my outro a bit shorter because if then I could have shaved off some of this drop off right here. But yeah, that's essentially what you want to look at. So that's why yeah, it's really important. Keep your intros and outros short, very to the points. I would say few seconds max, like 3 to 4 seconds. And yeah, these dips. So this voiceover artist was also, I mean, this is a test channel, so this was a test voiceover as well that I just hired. So this isn't like my best voiceover actor. So that's probably why the retention may could have been a bit better if this voiceover was a bit more engaging. So as you can see,
Sellers. And it provides a lot of this gradually.
she kind of has an accent, isn't very enthusiastic like my on the voiceovers on my main channel. So that also could be one reason, but even then, it's still a decent number. But you really have to see an average after more views. But yeah, you can see right away the dips, and then look into why they're actually dipping at that point, and then make your changes accordingly to there. So yeah, that's what you want to look at. Let's see right there. So this is another graph, relative audience retention compared to your competition, or just compared to like the average within your niche. So as you can see, you generally want to stay on the average to high within this graph, of course, closer to higher, and don't go near here. So as you can see in the beginning, it was a bit low compared to the competition, or I guess a bit average, and then it starts creeping up. So it goes above average, then it goes back to average. So this is average is okay, but of course you want to try to get this as high as possible, so your video can get ranked higher above those videos that are average. So that's really all it comes down to. You can look at these two graphs, play around with it, check the dips. Let me turn back the volume. So yeah, check the dips, read these graphs, and then yeah, you really have to study these analytics. Like obviously, like I don't really go in depth for every single one. I just check like when I first started to like really hone in. So now my editors know what to avoid, what not to do. Keep the intros and outros shorts, keep the clips moving fast. Not too many images that are just like small images, I guess. So yeah, just keep that into account, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video.